Alright, guys, so in this live stream, I'm gonna talk about the new Twitter stuff that is going on. So, some people are saying that, oh, I'm gonna leave Twitter, I don't care about Twitter, I'm not gonna pay anything for Twitter, and a lot of things that are going on Twitter. So, yeah, let's talk about that right now. And do I agree with the proposal that Elon Musk uh, has talked about so far, that $8 per month subscription, right? So yeah, I do agree with that because if he brings that thing into the platform, then a lot of people who has the verified blue check mark, they will tweet a lot more, they will be active on the platform a lot more. So I think that this will benefit the platform a lot more than you guys think. So yeah, I definitely agree with that kind of proposal. I think it will be a great deal for Twitter at the beginning, but at some point, um, in the coming days, there will be enough people to support the idea of blue check mark. You have to understand that people are disagreeing with the thing that, oh, maybe there isn't enough rewards for the blue check mark. So yeah, they will have to enable certain features for the blue check mark so that they can have more insights or something that will be giving them like, hey, this is worth it. Like, I don't think that otherwise they can get the people to go for this kind of plan. So yeah, Twitter has to offer something valuable for that $8 that those people who will be paying. So yeah, that's one thing. And also I have seen some people who were talking about like Twitter is getting into competition with YouTube within a couple of months. Some people are talking about it. I've seen a Marcus Brownlee video a couple of minutes ago, which was also related to something like Marcus Brownlee actually tweeted about that YouTube is a S-tier platform. So, and Elon Musk retweeted that with for now. So that means he's also getting his platform into the competition with YouTube. So I think this is a healthy competition, and I think this will allow YouTube to make certain changes as well. Like YouTube right now has the monopoly over uh, the platform. Like they are offering like for 55% to the creators, and yeah, I think they might they may consider changing it in the future in the coming days. And also the censorship that is going on right now, because I don't think that the censorship is being implemented properly. It's kind of sucks right now. So yeah, I definitely disagree with the censorship policy right now, or maybe I agree with the policy, but the way they're implementing it, it's kind of ridiculous right now. So yeah, I definitely think that if Twitter gets into that competition, then the policy that YouTube is applying or implementing on certain users, they will rethink about it. Like, hey, I'm losing customers. I gotta get back to the real thing. So yeah, I think there will be a lot more healthy competition with that one if Elon Musk decides to like bring those things, those features that will allow user or creator to like make videos on the platform and get revenue sharing, like stuff like that. So yeah, I do think that will um, be beneficial for a lot of people. And also I think that in this scenario, a lot of platform who are like right-wing platform or something like full freedom of speech, they're gonna get crumble. For example, Rumble. I think they're gonna get a hit, serious hit after this. Like if Elon Musk introduces um, features that YouTube has for so many years. And yeah, I think that's really an important thing right now. And if Elon Musk is considering introducing those pre features that are on YouTube, they will have to make it really work. They have to think of a lot of things. For example, the Facebook has marketplace, right? So the customer, what they're looking for, they can go to the Facebook marketplace and they can search for it, right? So Facebook has certain kinds of data. So yeah, I think Twitter will have to introduce marketplace, like Twitter marketplace. This will allow Twitter to have certain kinds of data to help the advertiser on Twitter. So yeah, I will suggest Twitter to have that kind of features, like as many features as possible, because when you have a search engine built into it, there will be a lot of benefits. Like there are a lot of search engines right there, but if Twitter also introduce a search engines, then this will help a lot. This will help the Twitter to go beyond what we can think right now. So yeah, Twitter, I will highly suggest Elon Musk, if you are watching this, or if you guys are watching this and if you know somebody know Elon Musk, then definitely tell him that Twitter should introduce the search engine, like a proper search engine inside the platform, and they can use the platform like a Google search engine, and then they can um, visit a lot of websites from there. So yeah, this will allow to have Twitter enough data about as for the users, and that data can be used to advertise certain things to the user. And also people like the advertiser will be interested to put more money into the platform. So yeah, I do think that these are the things that they will have to think about. And yeah, I was thinking of like thinking of a demo of what kind of Twitter I want personally. Like if they're introducing those kinds of feature to compete with YouTube. So yeah, but my editor, who is behind the camera right now, um, this guy sucks. This guy doesn't know how to render a video, he doesn't know 3D rendering and stuff like that. Like I wanted to make a real video, like what will the Twitter uh, features in the future. So yeah, like yeah, I think a lot of things that goes into a video. So yeah, I was kind of thinking of that, but he doesn't know how to like render certain things, like how to make animation and stuff like that. So yeah, even I don't know. So yeah, that's the thing. Otherwise I would have shown a demo, like what kind of Twitter I personally would like to have. And yeah, like there will be like one mind, right? So one mind can think of certain features, but there are a lot of people who will be working on the project. They will know a lot of things. So yeah, I would highly suggest Elon Musk to like have a Twitter marketplace, have a search engine built inside the platform, so that people can look for certain kinds of information and they can visit certain website from there. So yeah, this will allow them to have a lot more data than you think. So yeah, that's the thing I would personally suggest them to have. And I'd really want them to do a lot of things, a lot of work on the platform, so that they can have um, more advertisers into the platform, and this will allow more creators to get in the platform. Also, it's like a circle, right? um, like you have one thing that is going on, and then this will lead to another thing, and then get back to another thing, and then again it's like the circle that will be forever going on. So yeah, that's the thing so far for Twitter. And what I personally think about this kind of new features that they're talking about, like video uploading video and stuff like that, I think they should, like when they're introducing those features, I think personally that they should have a long format, like live, they should have the features that YouTube has, for example live stream, and that can be converted to like a video on demand. And then you should have normal video and then shorts maybe, or maybe they can keep the shorts on the other side, like the usual Twitter that we have right now. They can introduce the shorts on that side, and on the community side, and on the other side where we have the videos and long format videos. I think they can keep that side separate from the main side. So yeah, I think that will be a great thing to do. And I personally think that there are a lot of works that need to be done in order to make this platform popular, and I think it will be popular within a couple of years, maybe within 1 or 2 years, if they are able to introduce the features within couple of months, within next couple of months. So yeah, I think this will be a great thing for Twitter, and this will allow attract a lot of advertisers on the platform, and this will also attract a lot of new creators who are like losing their mind because they got banned on YouTube. Some of them like have one strike and they got banned, like they target certain AdSense account, and then what are the accounts that are connected to the YouTube channel, and then that's how YouTube has banned certain channels. So yeah, a lot of people who feel that their freedom of speech is taken away, has been taken away. So yeah, they will feel comfortable working on the working on Twitter, because they understand what is freedom of speech and what is hate speech and what is a joke. Like there are people who cannot even take joke and they will report your videos, and this is some kind of like abusing, this is some kind of way to abuse the algorithm, or what I would say. Like there are a lot of things that are going on YouTube, and I think YouTube need to be really careful right now, because they are gonna directly compete with Twitter within a couple of months. And then if they continue doing this censorship policies, like they are not even implementing the like yeah, in certain cases they're implementing the policies properly. In certain scenario they do not even care about the creators. There are creators who have been working on the platform for the last 5 to 10 years, and they got banned without even proper explanation. So yeah, it was a really bad decision from YouTube side. So yeah, I think they should be much more careful about certain decisions that they have been taken over the past couple of months. So yeah, right now I want to react to some video of Sneeko. All right, let's see if I can find Sneeko. I wanted to make a separate video, but anyway. So yeah, let's share the screen. I wanted to make sure that the sound is good. Okay. No. Sound output. Okay, alright.
All right, let me make sure everything sounds good. Would you do me a favor and just do give me a testing 1 2 3?
Testing 1 2 3.
All right, cool. I think that it sounds okay. Chad, you can let me know. All right, so glad that we're getting a chance to talk, man.
Yeah.
I think the real problem nowadays is that yeah, I have seen they had some kind of I have seen the video, like a small portion of the video, and I think a lot of people who are um, like soy boy type, they do not even dare to talk to the other side, like people with different view, like they will criticize in a particular video and they forget about that person, like that person doesn't exist. So yeah, it's really nice to see like they have some disagreement and they're talking to each other. I think a lot of soy boy, a lot of people who are soy boy, they usually um, tend to avoid talking to the person they disagree with, like they do not want to have a debate or they do not want to talk to the other person in real life. They will claim certain things. Oh, this person did this person did that, and this person is a liar. And then when the other person is saying, hey, I have evidence for this, you want to check it out, and then the person who made those BS comments, they're like, nah, it's gonna burst my. Okay, I'm not gonna use any bad words right now because I'm trying to be advertisement friendly. So yeah, let's see what they're talking about.
I'm not really familiar with your content, and
I think Sneeko is very open minded, and that's why I really like some of his content and some of the things I may disagree with. So yeah, I think yeah, for example, the relationship stuff. So where he is kind of open on his side, and like I'm a religious guy and I do not believe that we should have relationship outside marriage, and marriage is one of the best thing that a person can do, but in the western world right now it's kind of destroyed. Like there are certain laws, there are certain things that are going on, and people think that it's destroyed. So yeah, I also think that to some extent it's destroyed, but still you can have a great relationship, you can still get married, but the chances of being happy inside a marital relationship, it's lowered um, significantly over the last couple of decades. So yeah, I do think that could be a reason why his viewpoints on relationship is different than mine. And
could you
I like, it's really complicated. I cannot just say like certain things on um, things about like marriage and relationship. So yeah, I disagree with him, but at the same time I understand where he's coming from. So yeah,
point of view?
but anyway, let's watch the debate.
We're going to talk about masculinity primarily, so I'd be more than happy.
So the video title is Nico into Hunter Evelyn
To
debate.
just jump into that, because when I watched your reaction to my fresh and fit breakdown, I think that you were like, you seemed like floored over my statement that masculinity is a social construct.
Masculinity is okay. So I think I remember this part. So he is talking about masculinity is a social construct. I don't think so. It's God who has decided certain things that we should be doing in the community, and it's not constructed by us. Who is the first person? As a religious guy, I believe that Adam was the first person, and he used to take care of his wife, and who was Eve. So yeah, like from the beginning of humankind, we have this thing in placed uh, in ourselves. So yeah, like God has given us the duty to protect women, and this is not like this was considered a masculine stuff. But yeah, the word masculinity didn't exist back then, but that was the masculine stuff that like yeah, well, you got it. Okay, anyway,
What does that mean to you? Because I hear that being thrown around
it's not a social construct. It was there since the beginning of humankind.
by a lot of Twitter liberal people. Like, what does that mean? Masculinity is a social construct.
So what it means is a lot of the times people think that masculine and male are just one and the same, like synonymous. When
I do not think that masculine. Like who said that? There are a lot of women who are masculine. Okay, and like they have to be, because if they do not bring the bread and butter, like maybe that person is single mom, her husband is dead, so yeah, she's trying to take care of her children. So there are a lot of things that are going on, and masculine stuff is like always related to the man working outside, or like man working and bringing the bread and butter for the family and trying to protect and giving them the security that they need and stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes a woman can do it, but that doesn't mean that the woman will become a man in that scenario. And I'm not hating on like trans people right now. Well, some people will take me out of context, and this is bad. Okay, I think what we're trying to talk about masculinity here is that the person, um, we usually assign the masculine stuff to men because men used to do the work for women, and they used to provide and take care of them, and provide them the security, food, and stuff
in
like that.
reality,
So yeah, that's the masculine stuff. Like they used to work, and we are still working, but right now women has also entered the workforce. So yeah, that's there are certain features that women has taken over the time. There will be some people who will be like, oh, women were not given chance. Listen, there were certain period of times where women were given the chance, but they didn't like the fact that they will have to go through certain process, certain things. Like a lot of people will make comments about like voting, people uh, voting as for women. So the like before they even get a chance to vote, like by law, they were actually offered, like they were given the opportunity, but they didn't want to go through the drafting process and stuff like that. So women didn't choose to work back then. So yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, there are certain places where religious people were like, nah, I can do the job for you, so you don't have to do the work and stuff like that were going on back in the day.
there is biological males, of course, and then the expectations that we place on those males, how they should communicate the fact that they are male,
Expectation, that's
is masculinity, and it's that is socially constructed. So there are definitely biological.
expectation, like what are you talking about? We have certain expectation. It's like when we're born, we have certain things to do as a man, and women has so, like women used to do certain things. Nowadays it's changing due to the fact that um, there are a lot of confusion going on. There are things that people don't accept. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I can be a man, I can be a woman, I can be a banana, I can be an apple, I can be a dog. So things like that has changed over the years, and so like people are right now confused about what they're doing actually. So I don't understand what is really going on over here, like what his points are about
Logical
masculinity.
characteristics that we have classified
And look at his body language.
as masculine, like physical strength, right? But there's not any one way to be masculine. And finally, I think
One way, like there are clear
good
ways how to be.
is that
Yeah, like not one way. There are multiple ways, but that doesn't mean that.
There's not one way to be masculine.
no, there's not just one way to be masculine. You could be weak physically, but engage in other types.
No, you cannot be weak physically and be masculine. No, man. Because how are you gonna do the work? Like you will be fat. You will be working like you wouldn't be able to work like an actual man, that like if you were literally working on a daily basis and you were taking care of yourself, you were doing the right thing. Let's say I'm lean and there is a fat guy who is also around my height, okay, and is that guy going to do the same level of work that I'm capable of doing? No, because he's fat. And as a masculine guy, we are capable of doing a lot more work than some other guy, okay. So that automatically assigns certain character that automatically allows us to have certain characteristics, like, oh yeah, we are capable of lifting heavy, we are capable of doing things that are um, that soy boys are not capable of doing. So yeah,
behaviors that might be categorized as masculine. There's no one way to be masculine.
what behavior?
Okay, do you think you're as masculine
I think behavior is important, but being weak is not
as
masculine.
somebody like a UFC fighter?
But nowadays the Google changes like every 10 seconds, so like that's a joke, but the definition changes every month or year. So by the time when you are watching this video, maybe the definition of masculinity is changed by somebody. So yeah, like that's the thing, guys. Okay, let's check the definition of masculinity first, okay. Masculinity meaning definition. So as you guys can see, qualities or attributes regarded as characteristic of man. Handsome, muscled, driven. He's a prime example of masculinity. Oh, I don't think I agree with that thing. Handsome, okay, maybe. I'm not sure about this part, but I'm sure about muscle driven, prime example of manliness, and like not being woman. Okay, that's the thing. Like women has certain nurturing characteristics. Um, we have certain characteristics, and from the beginning of humankind, we had certain characteristics mm, put us in ourselves. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that we
Really?
used to do.
Okay, why? Is that a social construct or is that just basic biology?
No,
Basic
because
biology.
what you're missing is that we as humans have categorized these certain behaviors as
We have, or God,
being masculine.
like God has taught us certain things, and then the word started existing a few centuries ago, maybe. I didn't check that, but The word maybe started existing a couple of centuries or couple of years ago, but the thing that are about uh, that masculinity defines, or the things that it describes, that description, the characteristics were were in man, or were in masculine man even before like thousands of years ago. So yeah, I don't understand what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say, it's a social construct. I don't think that God, because God has um, taught us to do certain things, and that's why we are doing certain things right now to for women in today's society. And this is quite different, but God has taught us to do certain things, and that's why we have been doing that for a while, and that's what is considered as masculine.
So you saying I have big muscles, we have categorized that as masculine. Okay, women can have big muscles, but it doesn't mean that she's necessarily masculine. So
Yeah, it could be like the scenario is that it is rare. Okay, if somebody has big muscle and stuff like that, is thinking in a different way. It's not like somebody who has weak mindset and they cannot, like, they're crying all day every day. They're not capable of doing anything at all. No, like he's lifting and stuff like that. So maybe his behavior can be a factor over here. Like it's rare. It's very rare to see somebody who is big, who has bulked up and behaves like a boy. I do not see them quite often. It, it's completely different because they understand that they are taking the responsibility to go to the gym to um, hit at least 4 or 5 workouts week. So yeah, they're being responsible for that, and if you want to be a masculine guy, then you have to be responsible, and you wouldn't be like crying all day and drinking milk at home, or maybe playing video games. No, you're not gonna do that. So I don't understand like what he's trying to say. Like it's very rare, but maybe you can find like 1 in 100 bodybuilder who are playing video games all day and eating Cheetos and is still going to the gym. Maybe they're faking it, I don't know, but there could be one or two guy who, out of 100 bulked up guy who can do certain things like that. But usually who are bulked up, who are doing the things on a regular basis, they will consider um, hold on a sec, my Mac is running out of battery. So yeah, that's the thing I will personally say. Like, okay, if you were, that's a rare example, and exception doesn't make the rule. Like what he's trying to say here is that the exceptional people who are not included in the rule.
Similarly, height also is oftentimes considered masculine, and
nope,
that is also based on biology. But
I don't think so. Like men are typically um, taller than women, and that's the thing we see. And I don't think that height is considered masculine. Like there are plenty of guys who are 5 feet tall and still they're masculine. So I don't understand that. They're going to the gym, they're hitting the workout frequently. So I don't understand. They behave like men.
It's women who wear high heels to become taller, and that's considered feminine. So
what? No.
Height can be masculine, but if a woman is tall because she's wearing high heels, that would be feminine.
What? Who said that wearing high heel means feminine? Or like I do not assign femininity with height or anything like that. I think I assign that femininity with certain things like how caring she is, how nurturing she is, and what kind of person she is. Is she working outside doing rough job, or is she like cooking at home or stuff like that? So yeah, like, or is she just doing office work and stuff like that? So I understand from that kind of point of view. But when you are doing like a tough job or stuff like that, that will definitely, that will be considered masculine. Because yeah, and I don't hate women for being masculine at certain things. Like, okay, you were doing a tough job which require physical physical capacity of lifting like 30 or 40 pounds. So yeah, I don't think that having that will impact you in a negative way, but I think that is masculine, and masculinity is not a bad thing.
There's no one way to
There will be some people who will be saying, oh, it's toxic. Toxic.
A social construct. When I hear people say this, it basically just comes down to the fact that you're just like
Man, I'll be losing my mind. How he's talking about it.
humans have definitions for words. That's it.
Well, partially, yeah, but that doesn't mean that everything is a social construct.
And masculinity is not a social construct.
Because again,
You better
it's not just the
understand,
definitions,
bro.
it's also what is the definition referring to? There's a collection of behaviors that are laid out in society as to how
I think he is able to just speak properly in English. That's why like people are listening to him, but he's not making any sense at all.
men should be.
Like what he is trying to say is just beating around the bush, and the fact is that, and I'm sure maybe he's making some good contents out there, and I'm not gonna away his take away credit from his work. Okay, like maybe he's doing that, and I haven't watched a lot of videos from his channel or anything like that. I don't even know. Oh, it's Hunter Evelyn. So yeah, I'm gonna check his channel out, like what kind of person he is, or is he just talking nonsense all the time, or he makes sense. Like I'll have to check that out. I do not know, but over here when he's talking about this particular part about masculinity, it doesn't make sense. Like what he's talking about is kinda BS.
Behave, and that's
And yeah, it could be like 1% of 100% which is BS. Maybe he's talking some good shit right there 99% of the time. I do not know.
considered masculinity. I can give you an example here. This comes from the conformity to masculine norms inventory. It specified 11 norms as far as masculinity: winning, emotional control, risk-taking, violence, dominance, playboy, self-reliance, primacy of
I don't think that Playboy
work,
includes
power over women,
masculinity.
disdain for homosexuality, and pursuit of status. So plenty of that is socially constructed. The idea that
Yeah, that definition, yeah, definitely plenty of that is socially constructed, and I do agree with that point. But there are things that we consider, like as general audience, we consider certain things that are masculine, and those are like some of the feature characteristics that he mentioned were socially constructed. Playboy is not a features that we considered like masculine. It's like a thing that people do, okay, in the Western world, especially. There are people who are from different culture, and those culture they don't allow Playboy stuff, and you might even get penalized for that kind of behavior, like if you are into that as a man. So I don't understand like why you have to mention that kind of word to describe masculinity, but you are getting the definition, but some people are using it, but it's kind of like a Western cultural thing. So
that you're a man, you need to be winning. That's socially constructed. There's nothing innate to men that means they have to win.
What's your
yeah, no, I do not agree with that point. I think It's more like, yeah, we always have to win. We have to hunt down. So hunt down animals to have bread and butter at the end of the day, back in the day. So yeah, we had to win a fight against animal, and that's why, and that's how we were able to live in the past. And I don't think that what he's trying to make, what point he's trying to make here is making any kind of sense. Like, no. I hope you guys are okay. I think the sound is good. So yeah.
What's the point in saying that it's a social construct?
My point is that we have decided that certain behavior is masculine, and so long as we're able to acknowledge that.
I think like the world as a whole has a clear definition of what is masculinity, and like if they understand the word, like everybody, like people in Bangladesh will not understand the word masculinity. They will have to be like you have to use the Bengali word for that. So yeah, they will understand that. Okay, yeah, this is what it means. Or if you are talking to a Japanese guy, then you will have to use the Japanese word for masculinity. Like I don't know exactly what is that, but I'm learning Japanese right now. So there will be a lot of complication coming up right now. So yeah, in the future. So yeah. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I don't understand like what he's trying to make here.
We can also then have
Yeah, there are certain things he was trying to like talk about make sense, but there are certain things that he is just trying to like talk about for no reason. Like I don't understand that.
The aspects of masculinity that are harmful to men.
Toxic masculinity?
Partially, but I also recognize how that term has been just...
Well, that's what you're saying. You're saying harmful masculinity is the same thing. So you're saying that there's certain parts of masculinity that we should...
There is no such thing as toxic masculinity, or if somebody is toxic, he's toxic or she's toxic. You don't have to assign that to masculinity or femininity. Like you can't have that, because we have a clear definition of what is masculinity, and we understand that clearly. So how that is toxic, maybe in today's society, some people will consider that taking care of women, providing for women, or giving them the security is toxic. It's for them, but it is not toxic, and you cannot assign that to a masculine guy.
Shouldn't embrace, and we should let that go because it's toxic, harmful.
So we're 43 minutes into the video, into the live stream.
Partially, yes, but it's not just toxic to like the women, right? It's toxic to the men. It hurts men specifically, and that's why I try to.
What parts of what do you think is toxic masculinity?
The idea that you should suppress emotion.
Okay, so the idea is you should suppress emotion is toxic. All the rapists out there who are in the jail, have you surveyed? Have you had data regarding their behavior, like what they're doing? They're all emotional. They're all emotional men. I'm talking about rapist men. I'm not talking about rapist women. So they're all emotional. They had certain emotions, and they had acted upon it, and that's why they're in the jail. You have to understand. You have to be stoic over here, and that's why I'm just trying to be like, okay, I'm trying to make sense of like what point you were talking about, but it doesn't make sense at all. So I definitely would have appreciated you if you had a better definition or something else to talk about, but no, you don't know what is masculinity at all.
If you cry, for example, as a man, that's seen as being weak.
You can cry as a man, but nobody's saying that it's weak. But if you were crying in front of a women, like your women, that will be like once or twice is fine, but maybe like if you're crying regularly, oh, I can't take this job, I'm so weak to do it, I'm not able to accomplish certain things in my life, and I'm crying all day long, like a baby, that is considered weakness. And crying once or twice in a year or month is not considered weak. And who told you that? I don't understand that. Like,
That is absolutely detrimental to
You're really gonna
a
argue?
man's mental
You're really
well-being.
gonna argue with me and say that crying isn't weak?
It's not, and it's further evidenced by the fact that
crying frequently, maybe once or twice, is not considered weak, but um, and I'm not saying like that kind of crying, like tears, having tears in your eyes, like Jordan Peterson went to Piers Morgan um, uncensored show recently, and he had tears in his eyes, and yeah, you can consider him crying right over there, and you can make fun of him, but I think it was relevant. Like people were taking away credit from him, like he was doing a good job, and then people are like, no, he doesn't deserve any credit, he is completely useless people, he's just an incel and stuff like that. So I don't understand like why people were trying to like do that, but that is not considered weak, because he had tears because it hurts, and that's the pain. Like you had this pain, that's why you had tears in your eyes. But he has taken a lot of negative comments and hates for years, okay, but he doesn't cry on a regular basis. So once or twice, if you had received too much hate, or people are just not giving you the credit that you deserve, yeah, like there is so much pain. Like there you see, like people talk about pain threshold, okay, like if you are an ultra masculine guy, you will have that higher pain threshold, and you will be able to like work on it, work on certain situations like this um, pretty well. Like right now I would say like Jordan Peterson could have handled it. Like I would be sad over there if I were in his place. I would be really sad about it. Like, hey, what the hell is going on? People are like, you see, you sometimes get emotional, and that doesn't mean that you were completely weak. Okay, like the way we are using the definition weak is that somebody who is not capable of doing anything at all, and even just one criticism is enough to make you cry. It's not like that. There is a pain threshold, and if you hit the threshold, you had certain limits, right? So that's the thing we're talking about. Like the bigger your threshold, like if you have a bigger threshold, then you have bigger pain tolerance and hate tolerance. So yeah, there is a lot of things to talk about. Like it's really complicated matter, and the way he's trying to use his philosophy is kind of like a messed up situation. I want to have a conversation with him. I'm not just gonna take away all the good things he has done in the software, like take away credits from him in any way, but maybe he's not making sense in this particular stuff, which is masculinity. I don't agree with that.
that masculinity is a social construct. So, for example, this comes from
Wait,
a
no.
historian.
Okay, don't keep repeating that. How? It's very basic things. Like, yes, you should be able to express your emotions, but would you cry on camera?
I mean, maybe it would depend on what I was talking about.
Would you?
Wait, hold on. I'm not just.
The right question could have been, Would you cry on camera on a regular basis or quite frequently? Maybe once in a month or once in a year. It's not considered weak. Like if you had certain features that you have shown quite consistently, like okay, these are the characteristics of mine, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and maybe here and there you can cry. I think that would be fine. But nowadays, like we have a slippery slope stuff going on. So if I say like, okay, if you can cry once a month, and if you do not consider that as weakness, then okay, whatever, twice a month. And then someone else will say whatever, thrice a month, whatever, quadruple times a month. And then yeah, it will go on. So yeah, that's the thing, guys. You guys have to understand that it's kind of like that's why a lot of people will try to avoid like once a month is fine. No, they will try to say no, not even once a month is fine. So because that slope, slippery slope. Yeah.
I'm not, wait. I'm not just repeating that.
But in my opinion, I think once in a month or once in a lifetime, like if you had like crossed the pain threshold, like you are not able to take any pain, like the amount of criticism, hate you are getting, and then a lot of things going on, you'll break down.
It's a social construct.
But yeah, there are maybe one or two people in thousands or millions who would be capable of handling everything.
Explaining that in the Middle Ages there was a trope of masculine weeping being a mark of religious devotion and knightly chivalry. So by the 16th century, it was well established that a masculine man was supposed to have deep emotions and to show them, in some cases, through tears. So the fact
tears, having tears and crying out loud. That's the thing, weakness, and having tears, like you are talking and then you are receiving a lot of hate, a lot of things that are going on. You can have tears in your eyes. So yeah, Jordan Peterson had tears in his eyes. He's not like crying out loud, I can't tolerate this, I'm not this kind of person, I cannot take it. No, he wasn't doing anything like that. So yeah,
that was masculine. And nowadays, not showing emotion is considered masculine.
Showing emotions, like you can show certain emotions, like, but not too much, and like too much everything is kind of like messed up. I mean, we have a really complex situation right now, so like can you show a little bit of emotion, or should you just completely avoid showing emotion? So that's the kind of situation we are in right now. So yeah, I do agree with certain things that they're talking about, but especially Sneeko is making quite a bit sense over here, but this Hunter Avalon guy is kind of like jumping all over the place. So yeah, it's really complicated, man. But I'm not gonna take away credit. Like he knows his stuff, but he's kind of messing up with one thing with another. And yeah, like when we look at the definition of certain things on online on the internet, it's kind of messed up right now. Like people has like you can have like certain like triple X dictionary or triple Y dictionary, triple Z dictionary, and then they have definition, and then some other guy has definition. So it's all over the place, and you do not even know what the hell is the real thing about masculinity and stuff like that. So yeah, I do not agree with that kind of viewpoint right now. So yeah, but we do understand like what is truly a masculine guy means. So
demonstrates that masculinity has changed, which demonstrates that it is a social
because
construct.
one thing from the 16th century that you just read?
No, that's not just the one thing.
Masculinity hasn't changed, and if you have certain definition, like people are adding words and throwing the words, adding certain characteristics and throwing that's not the thing we're talking about. We're talking about the actual masculinity. It's not like playboy stuff. It's not like being handsome or anything like that. No, we consider um, masculinity uh, is something that is like capable of doing heavy work, like physically labor job and stuff like that, and someone who can protect his wife or children, and there are a lot of things. Okay, so yeah. I think we are almost 1 hour into this video. I'm not gonna react to the full video. Maybe you guys wanna watch it. It's the title is over here: Sneeko Space X Space Hunter Avalon debate. So yeah, you guys can check that out and see it for yourself, like what they're trying to talk about here. I watched certain parts of the video and I think I have made certain points about this over here, so yeah, you guys can understand like what is really going on. And if you guys are enjoying this channel, then definitely hit the subscribe button, because this helps the channel to grow, and also hit the like button so that the algorithm pushes it to the people want to you might want them to watch it. So right, now you can hit the hit the like button and share this video with your friends and family. There is super chats and super thanks option to support this channel. A portion of that goes to charity, and yeah, you guys can go and follow me. I have created Twitter account and Instagram account. You guys can follow it right now, and there is Discord link down in the description, so in the description box you can check that out as well. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel to know more about the certain things that you might care about, and if Sneeko or Hunter Avalon is watching this, then definitely hit me up on the social media, anywhere, okay, like Instagram or anything like that. We can have a conversation. I think this helps us to understand certain things better, and yeah, like take the criticism, learn from it. That's how we can build a peaceful community together. It's not like hating on each other. I'm not hating anybody at all, but Hunter Avalon had a poor discussion right there. So yeah, I do not agree with some of the things that he was trying to talk about. Yeah, like, because anyway, I'm not gonna get go too far into this, but what I was trying to say here is that definitely, guys, the subscribe button, it helps the channel to grow, and we're on our way to hit 2000 subscriber quite soon. So yeah, be part of that, and then maybe 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 500,000, 50,000, 100,000, and then 500,000, a million, 2 million, 3 million, maybe 1 to 10 million subscriber. Yeah, be a part of this big community that we are going to have. And I think it should be really, I mean, I'm just trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to make you think, like, okay, what kind of thing you guys are trying to say, and what kind of things we should focus on more. So Yeah, I'm actually going to focus more on arguments more than the person. Okay, so I wasn't focusing on Hunter Avalon as a person because I do not know him. I do not watch his content frequently, but I have watched that uh, video. So yeah, I think he was making certain points that are good later in the video. I haven't watched the full video and I cannot judge somebody based on that, but he didn't make sense when it comes to he didn't make any good point when it comes to masculinity. So yeah, like he may have pulled out some of the information from the internet, and I don't think that's a great way to like proceed with certain things that you know or care about. So yeah, like, and also Hunter Avalon, if you are watching this, hit the gym, bro. Like you look too weak. Okay, so yeah, it's been 1 hour since we have started this live stream. I'll try to catch you guys soon. Maybe tomorrow. I'm feeling really tired over here, so yeah. Um, I'll try to catch you guys very soon. And thanks for watching. And once again, subscribe to this channel, guys. How many times I'll have to tell you to subscribe? Peace. Love you all, man. And everybody, women, girl, man, woman, everybody. Okay, I love you all.